Hello guys, today we're going to talk about the new updates to custom actions and today we're going to see what are the new updates to the custom actions platform. The custom actions platform is basically a new platform that can help you grow on Instagram. It's an alternative to the main Instac app. It does every action organically. Organically means it doesn't need to scan from Instagram. It does the actions directly. So let's see how it works together with the new updates. You have to click on the Instac menu bar and you can find custom actions here. When you click it, it will open the main platform. So now, as you can see here, custom actions, the way it works is you have to get URL lists first. So in order to get URL lists, you have to go down to your collect URL here in the menu item, and you have to input a source URL. Source URL can be basically likers, commenters, followers, following, hashtag, location, tagged users on the profile, explore page, and many more. It can be from any place on Instagram, and it can collect only posts and profile URLs. So let's see how it works basically. So to get the URL, first you have to go to Instagram.com, and basically, for example, you want to collect commenters. Let's say you want to collect commenters, right? So you go to some profile, for example, let's go to this account. So you want for example, let's say you're in this niche and you want to interact with people or users that are engaging with this profile. So you can go to the latest post to get the most active users and the commenters who are engaging. So in order to do this, basically you can just copy this link. Let's move this one here, copy this link, and go back and go to collect URLs. This is a post link, as you can see. This is a post link, so copy the post link, copy it, and go back. So paste the post link here, and we'll click collect. So when we click collect, what it basically will do is start to get the URLs, the profile or the post URLs from that page. It's like it will gather all the relevant URLs. So let's click collect and see what happens. So now basically in this page, it's recording the activity. So in order to load more comments, we have to click plus, go up more, plus. Basically, these are really active people who are highly interested in this page. So if you are in this niche, it will be really relevant users for your business or page in general. So you have to click plus, and when you think you have enough, just close the page, and here you can see that we collected 174 commenters from that post. So quite easy, it didn't take that much time, and if you collect likers, commenters, followers, it will be way more faster. So let's give this URL list a name. let's give this URL list a name, and we can also add the date when we add it to organize our tasks more, so that we know when we created this list. So title paste likers, and we can add the date today, 30 January, or we can just say 30 01 21. All right, this will be the date. And we also added the filters feature. If you want to only interact with certain types of users, you have to use filters to skip irrelevant users for your page. So if you want to switch between different users, so in order to get the filters, you have to click here, you view list of filters. It will take you to this FAQ section. So now you have to click what filters can I apply to post URLs, or what filters can I apply to profile URLs. It depends on what type of links you're collecting. If you're collecting from, for example, if you're collecting profile URLs, you can apply these filters. And if you're collecting post URLs, you can apply these filters. You can add both filters at the same time. The app is smart, so it will skip irrelevant filters for the URL. So you don't need to worry about that. So for example, let's go to the sample. Let's take these two filters. This is a sample, Insta Quality FL and Private No. So these two filters basically skips all the spammy and private accounts. And if you just copy these two filters and go up there and paste it here, then these two filters will guarantee that you don't follow, or in this case, like spammy accounts and also private accounts. But actually this filter private no is irrelevant for the like action, because anyways you can't like private accounts. It's the posts are not available to you, so this filter is irrelevant. In any case, you can delete this filter, or if you're trying to follow users, then it becomes relevant because you can follow private accounts. So you can use this. So let's see the type of actions you can apply. You can apply basically like, follow, like and unfollow together, unfollow, and watch story. Again, like, follow, like and follow together, unfollow and watch story. So like is basically to like posts, follow is to follow the users, like and follow is to like and follow the same user from the same URL. Unfollow is to unfollow the user, watch story is to watch the story of the user. So straightforward. And this is the URL items list. This is what we are collecting on the page that was opened, the Instagram page. So now after we did this, we can basically click save. Let's save it. Let's change the action type to like and follow. And when you're applying like and follow, don't forget to give your sleep time. You need to adjust your sleep time. You need to increase the sleep time because it's gonna do two actions at the same time. So don't make the sleep time the same as the other actions, because this is two actions at the same time. But this type of action, like and follow, has the highest conversion rate because people are gonna notice you are engaging with them and will be curious and will want to engage back. So you'll form some type of relationship. with the user you're interacting with from this app. So this is how it basically operates. Then after you finish all this, you can click save. And basically that's it, you're done. You saved the URL list. Now you can find it in this section, choose URL list to load. So here there were some pre-created URL lists. You can get it here, Tai Lopez Likers, and with the dates. And you can set item number from which it should start. This basically means it will start from the item number you give it here. So for example, if you say start from item number 50, it will skip all the items before item number 50 and start from item number 50. So this is basically for you not to repeat the same URLs over and over again when you start the tasks again. And this is maximum actions you want to perform on this task. So that basically means how many tasks you want to perform on this, how many actions you want to perform on this task. And sleep time per action is how much sleep time you should give per action. And we'll talk about this more. If you want, you don't need to give anything to these fields. If you leave them, they'll have default values, so you don't need to worry about that. So for now, let's just leave them blank. So let's load. When you load the page, the URL list, you can find it again here in this section, create URL list section, for the purpose of editing the list, or if you want to copy the URL list items, delete or edit anything you want, and you can click save again. So this is basically just to load what you saved before. So now you can find a new task here that you loaded here. And you can load more tasks that you have created before. You can load like multiple tasks together and run them together at the same time. And when you basically activate all these tasks, the app will switch between these 3 tasks and perform actions. And this is basically a way to do different actions at the same time. You can, for example, here the action type is like and follow, here the action type is like, here the action type is like. You can set different types of actions for different tasks. And here it's the amount of URL lists, items available, and this is where it stopped. And here's the total actions you have set. When you didn't set any default actions, maximum actions on this task, it will set it to 300 by default. You can always adjust this. If you are loading a lot of tasks and running a lot of tasks at the same time, it's recommended that you don't set this to a high number. Set it to a lower number. When you increase the amount of tasks you are running at the same time, set it to a lower number so that you don't exceed Instagram rate limits, Instagram limits of actions per day. So that's how you basically load your URL list. So in order to start this, you have to click start first. Now this will activate all the tasks. Now you have to press play. When you press this button, play button, the operation will start. So let's press play, and it already started. So here it's showing all the interactions it's doing, and here it shows that it already followed this user, so skipping this user. This is the username of the user, and this is the item number it's found at. So now it went to the third item, and it's following and liking, following the page and liking the latest post of the user with the username this at item number 3. So here it's the status is running, here the status stopped. You can also activate this ones and they will wait and they will switch between the different tasks. So basically this is how it operates. Here you can see the total actions for the day. Here's the execution rate. That means the amount of scans that were done in comparison to the total actions that were done. So the higher the percentage, the more amount of actions per scans. The lower amount of the percentage, the lower amount of actions per scan. So that means your skips of the day are, when your skips are higher, this execution rate will go down. So it's quite easy. Now this task is running. It switched from this task to this task because we activated it here, and after some time it will switch to another task, and it will operate like this. It will do all the tasks equally. You can stop any task at any time you want, and that's how it basically works. So here you can collect URLs. Here is logs. You can find logs. Logs is basically, it will show you what actions it did, the actions performed by the app. Here's new followers to see where your new followers came from. It will show you the new followers you got by the interaction from this app only, for the purpose of knowing how your tasks are operating. So it won't show the new followers you got from other places in other ways. It will only show you the new followers you got from this app, in order to simplify. And it will also show you the new likers you got from the tasks, you were running. So it will show you this. Now here is behavioral pattern. Behavioral pattern is basically if you want to run different amount of different speeds during each hour of the day. So this graph basically shows the speed of the app during each times of the hour. So the red line shows the AM, the times during the day. For example, this one is 1 AM because it's the red line. This is 2 AM, so it's speeding up from 1 AM to 3 AM, then slowing down from 3 AM to 5 AM, then speeding up a little bit from 5 AM to like 7 AM, slowing down more until 9 AM, remaining constant, and speeding up again until 12 AM. The same thing for PM, and you can adjust this chart anytime you want. Adjust the chart, and it will automatically save. The platform will automatically save the chart for you, so you can see when when do you want the app to run optimally. And here, whenever you adjust the chart, you can see here there will be resulting sleep time. So this is the sleep time for 1 AM. This is the sleep time interval from 49 seconds to 146 seconds. If you want to edit this, you have to go up. You have to see AM. AM is here. If you want the app to sleep for the whole hour of 1 AM, you just have to set it to 0. And basically this will make the app sleep the whole hour, not do any actions for the whole hour. Just do one action, then sleep the whole hour. So if you want the app to sleep, you just have to set it to 0. You have to try to make your interactions on Instagram as much as organic as possible, because the Instagram algorithm is smart. So just think about when you're performing, when you're active on the Instagram platform, and try to resemble that activity. For example, if you're sleeping during certain times and not performing tasks, also make the app sleep for those hours, or slow the app down, and you can make the app go really fast on your active hours. When you're active in certain hours, you can make the app perform really fast, then you can put it slow. So you can make the app look as much as organic as possible. And you can find all the sleep time intervals for each hour during the day for both AM and PM. Alright, let's go to the next section, the URL list stats. This is basically a general summary of how your tasks, the URL list tasks, are doing. So you can see when it's where it last stopped. For example, this one, item number 29 from 279 URL item list items. And here the total action that was performed on this task. This is the followers you gained from this task, the likers you gained from this task, and this is the follow back rate. So how many people followed you back, the rate of the people who followed you back. So you can see which tasks are the most effective, so you can run them more efficiently, and not run the tasks that are not performing as well. So that's how you basically operate. This is the actions you executed, to see how many actions you executed during the days, so you can see your activity. And this is the frequently asked questions. So basically this is how the app operates. And here you can see your latest interactions, and see that which users you interacted with and their average quality. So this will load, and these are users with which you performed actions. So it will show you here from which task they are from, and which item number they are from, their quality. This is 4 stars, high quality. This is 3 stars, average quality. This is determined by the app by looking at by using some advanced quality recognition algorithms. So this is how you basically operate the app, and you can always edit and recreate URL lists that you used before. So if you want, for example, to turn off this task, you can just switch it off, and here you can see now currently the URL item is, we stopped at the 7th URL item from 173, and we performed 2 tasks, and now this one is waiting and this one is waiting. So since we stopped this one, either these 2 ones will start to run, this one started to run. If we stop all the tasks, and basically the app will stop operating. And here you can see the amount of skips that were done today. Alright, so next let's see some strategies. So first we're going to talk about collecting. How to collect the best way. So depends on what you're dealing with. here, if you're dealing with big accounts, you can basically collect their likers and run through them really fast. So if you want to collect the likers, you'll just copy this link, then click the likers and start scrolling the likers fast, and just save. If you're dealing with small amount of small users with small followers, or if you're not sure where to get users from to interact with, we have a platform that's currently in beta version that will get Instagram business users for you. So for example, you can choose a data pack here. Let's stop this real quick. We already stopped it anyway, so alright, let's go to one package. You have to choose a package list here. Let's choose this one, for example. Alright, this is basically to get users that are business accounts. So if you want to engage, if you want to collect users of business accounts, you can do this. This shows the category of the users, so you can choose what category you want. For example, I want accounts in the health and beauty category. Let's see, I'll click here, and I'll see which ones I want, or I can use also filters here to get accounts. You can choose the account age, count followers, for post quality ratio. You can even filter out the account by the country code. That means which country they're from, and if the account has website or verified. So let's just choose one account, for example, this one. Alright, this account is not available. Let's see. Let's see this one, for example. Let's see this one, for example, a smaller user. Alright, so let's say you want to collect from this, the likers of this page. So what you have to do is copy this link. Since the user has small amount of likers on each post, you can basically run the app to collect all the likers at the same time. I'll show you how to do that. So basically what you have to do is go to collect URLs, paste your URL here, source URL, go back, and let's collect the likers. Alright, this one is done. Let's go to the next one. All the duplicates will be removed automatically, so you don't need to worry about that. Duplicates means the people who liked multiple posts of this user, so you don't need to worry about that. Let's do two more, and alright, let's do one more. So we basically collected all the likers of the latest 6 posts of this account. So now we'll close it, and as you can see, 206 items were collected. So let's change this. So we can just now get the username of this account, and save it here. Choose the type of action, what type of filters to be applied. Let's select the filter type. I want the filter to choose filter from this ones. I want the person to have a website, for example. So I'll go back. List management. So I'll go back here. Delete the M. M is a representation. It can be yes or no. Has website. I want it to be yes. All right, let's go down. Let's add one more filter. I want the user to have also a bio. So you'll set it has bio, yes. So let's basically save this and we'll be good. These tasks that you were running will be saved, so you can come back and continue them anytime. From where you stopped, it will be saved automatically, so you don't need to worry about that. Whenever you want to delete the task, you can just click this button, and this is how you basically operate. So we can get back the new URL list we just created, and as you can see, now you can find it here. You can start the task like this. So it's quite easy. The latest interactions always resets when you load the page, so it will be only available to you when you're running, when you didn't close or when you didn't reload the page. So basically, if you save or if you reload the page, the latest interactions will disappear, and you have to click. If you ever want to view, you have to click this bar, and you can see or you can hide. So this is how you basically operate. And also one more thing, let's say here we created this task. So this is our task, right? So let's say basically you want to unfollow at a certain date. So we already created this task before when we were collecting from this user, Tai Lopez, the likers of Tai Lopez. Let's say we want to set a reminder to unfollow the users who didn't follow us, for example. So what you have to do basically is load the URL list and load every user here. And now let's set it to unfollow, and Tai Lopez likers unfollow, let's say. Tai Lopez likers unfollow in this date. So let's say we want to unfollow in February 15, for example. So we're setting ourselves a reminder to unfollow the user in February 15. So we'll choose the type of action unfollow. We'll remove these filters, and we want to apply one filter here for a profile filter. We want not to unfollow the users who followed us back by that time. So this one is follows me. When M is yes, then the owner has to follow me, or when M is no, the owner has to not follow me. So let's go back. Let's paste this filter. So in order to skip those users who followed us, we have to set this filter to no, which means basically if the user only follows, if the user will not follow me, I will not skip them, which basically in simple terms means if the users not follows me, I will unfollow them. If they are following me, I won't unfollow them. So you can just apply this filter, and let's save this one. So basically this is the same URL list that we created before, just we're duplicating it for the unfollow and we're scheduling it for this date. So let's save it. Alright, it's saved, so we can find it here now. So when it will be February 15, we can see from what we have to run on this date from this URL list. So at that date, you can also delete the items you don't want. So let's say you want to delete some items on this list. For example, this one. Let's say you want to delete this item from the select bar. So click load, and to delete this, you just have to empty the URL list and click save. Alright, you will get this notification, just ignore it and just reload the page. Now you won't find this here because it's already deleted. So this is how you basically delete the URL list names you don't want to be available here, or when it gets too bulky, just do this simple way to delete the items. Alright, so what else we have to talk about? Basically that's it. Don't forget too that you can collect from any place. You can collect the followers. Just follow the steps I showed you. Copy this link, paste it to the collect URLs section, click collect, then click here followers and collect the followers. You can see all the ways you can collect and all the strategies in the videos below. In the videos before that were made, it will basically describe all the ways how you can collect. If you want to unfollow people, you just have to collect your following and you can unfollow. Or if you want to like the like your home feed, you can just collect your following and set it to like, and it will like the latest post of your following, which means indirectly it's liking your home feed. You can also set the same for story, and you to watch stories on your feed. So you can also collect from location, from hashtag. You can collect post URLs from there. You can also collect tagged posts. If you want to go to some famous account and here this one doesn't have, for example, if you want to go here and click tagged, let's reload this real quick. There will be posts here, and those people are who tagged the account. So you can basically collect all those post URLs, either like or follow them. So this is how you basically operate. This app can get really advanced once you get really used to it, and once you upgrade your skills of how to run it, you can basically do anything you want with it. So, and it's organic, so it's safe. Just be sure you don't pass your rate limits. Don't run too many actions in small amount of time. and basically you'll be all right, you'll be doing well. So thank you for checking out the updates video for Instack custom actions, and we'll see you next time.